Hello, this is Kenyu. I am cultivating and studying dozens of fruit tree varieties, including avocados, mangoes, and bananas in Okinawa, Japan. I also share scientifically accurate information about the detailed physiological characteristics of fruit trees. In addition to producing fruit and seedlings, I provide easy to understand explanations of techniques such as pruning and grafting. This channel delivers valuable information about fruit tree cultivation from Japan to English speaking audiences. Introduction. Now let's start with a simple pruning quiz. Looking at this illustration, which branch would you cut? Point A or point B? Of course, the purpose of pruning is to promote healthy tree growth, make it easier to manage, and produce high quality fruit. Branch A is a vigorous upward growing branch, while branch B is a downward drooping branch. So, which branch do you think most people would cut? Many people would likely choose to cut branch A. It's common to hear recommendations to thin out vigorous branches like A, especially in agricultural guidance for fruit tree cultivation. However, branch A is actually a very healthy and important branch that helps maintain the tree's vigor. Upward growing branches are crucial for the tree's overall health. If you prune branch A, the surrounding branches that were previously suppressed by the removed branch will grow more vigorously, often leading to the development of water sprouts, which can be problematic. On the other hand, branch B, being a drooping branch, is located in the shaded area inside the tree canopy and will likely become a dead branch in the future. Cutting the downward growing branch B will have little impact on the tree's overall vigor, and there is less risk of new, vigorous shoots or water sprouts appearing afterward. My pruning method involves removing the lower branches and leaving the upward growing branches. Upward branches are full of energy, and because they are vigorous, they produce good flowers. Good flowers lead to good fruit. When large, healthy fruits grow, the weight of the fruit causes the branches to droop naturally, so the tree doesn't grow excessively large. The pruning method I advocate, which involves leaving the upward branches and pruning the lower ones, is called upward pruning. The more you understand the tree's physiology, the more you'll see that this is an effective pruning method. This method applies to almost all fruit trees, including avocados, mangoes, tropical fruits, citrus, and many others. Today, I'll be focusing on two pruning methods in fruit tree cultivation: upward pruning and downward pruning. Based on my experience, upward pruning is the scientifically backed correct pruning method. It aligns with the tree's natural physiology and is highly effective for growing better fruit. Please watch until the end and see how you can incorporate this into your own fruit tree cultivation. Section 1. Problems with conventional fruit tree cultivation. The drawbacks of downward pruning. First, let's talk about the commonly practiced downward pruning that has been used in traditional fruit tree cultivation. This method has been promoted as an effective way to control the height of the tree. However, it comes with significant drawbacks in terms of tree management. For example, when you use downward pruning, the tree often reacts strongly by producing many water sprouts, leading to vigorous but unproductive growth. Trees naturally want to grow taller to capture sunlight for photosynthesis. If a tree loses its upper branches due to pruning, it activates mechanisms to recover the lost height. Usually, strong new shoots grow vertically from the trunk, as these areas have the most efficient flow of nutrients and plant hormones. During this phase of vigorous vegetative growth, the new shoots grow aggressively, but the tree becomes less likely to produce flowers. This means that if you prune the higher branches too heavily, the tree won't flower as much, leading to a reduction in fruit yield. Additionally, if too much pruning is done, an excessive number of new branches may sprout, causing the tree to become overcrowded. This can worsen air circulation, making the tree more susceptible to pests and diseases. Section 2. A new pruning proposal. The benefits of upward pruning. That's why I advocate for upward pruning. This method is based on the tree's natural physiology and utilizes its growth mechanisms. With upward pruning, we focus on keeping the upward growing branches while actively pruning the lower, drooping ones. This is where the term upward pruning comes from, as you are effectively pruning upwards. This method keeps the tree's height relatively stable, meaning you won't trigger the vigorous regrowth of new shoots, and water sprout production is minimized. Additionally, upward pruning maintains a good balance between vegetative growth and reproductive growth, ensuring the tree produces plenty of flowers. With less crowding of branches, both airflow and sunlight penetration improve, which benefits the entire tree and leads to higher quality fruit. This method also makes annual pruning much easier. You only need to focus on cutting the lower branches, so there's no need to overthink it. The upward branches will naturally droop under the weight of the fruit, and after the harvest, they will have become downward branches, which you can then prune. As a result, managing the fruit trees becomes much simpler, and there are far fewer dead branches. With this pruning technique, the tree grows in a balanced way, and you can harvest consistently good fruit every year. Section 3. My experience with upward pruning in Okinawa. I grow a variety of fruit trees in Okinawa, and I use upward pruning on all of them. For example, I apply this method to mangoes and avocados, and as a result, the trees are easier to manage, and I consistently produce high-quality fruit. My friends who grow citrus trees and produce delicious fruit also use upward pruning. They don't prune the large structural branches, but instead they perform annual upward pruning by trimming the side branches and fruiting branches. It's an easy, highly effective pruning technique, and it results in trees that produce consistent, high-quality fruit every year. Section 4. Upward pruning can prevent sunburn. Avocados in particular grow quickly but are prone to sunburn. If you prune the upper branches and don't leave enough leaves, the exposed branches can quickly suffer from sunburn. When a branch gets sunburned, the internal phloem, the tissue that transports the products of photosynthesis, can be damaged. Leaves aren't just for photosynthesis, they also play a role in transpiration, releasing water into the atmosphere and pulling water from the roots up through the tree. This water moves through the xylem, the tissue that conducts water. The leaves act as pumps in this process. Having leaves on the upper branches helps water flow through the interior of the branches, which in itself helps prevent sunburn. This is why you should avoid pruning the upward growing branches. Additionally, branches like avocados, which grow quickly, tend to droop under their weight. When branches droop, the exposed sections are directly hit by sunlight, increasing the risk of sunburn. By using upward pruning to remove drooping branches, you lighten the load on the branch tips, allowing the branches to point upwards again. With the leaves facing upwards, they create natural shade and help water flow through the branches, both of which help prevent sunburn. Section 5. Upward pruning promotes faster healing with callus formation. Moreover, when upward pruning is done correctly, wounds heal faster. This is largely due to the downward flow of auxins produced by the leaves on the upper branches. When you cut the upper branches, the wound is located above, where healing can take place. Conversely, wounds on lower branches are more likely to form calluses due to the downward flow of auxins, which promotes faster healing. Conclusion. In today's video, we discussed the differences between upward pruning and downward pruning in fruit tree cultivation. By rethinking your pruning methods, you can dramatically improve the health of your trees and the quality of your fruit. I hope you'll give upward pruning a try. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate your wonderful comments, and I'm thrilled to be able to share videos from Japan. If you found today's video helpful, I would be delighted if you could subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. See you in the next video. Thank you.